We are beginning today with the absolutely ridiculous pair on the MSNBC morning show, Joe Scarborough. And that is where we are beginning today with the absolutely ridiculous pair on the MSNBC morning show, Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski. How long have they been telling us that he's an existential threat, that he's a Hitler-esque figure, that he's a fascist, that women will die if he gets elected? Well, they've done a 180.
So everybody is talking about this story on The View. My God, I keep saying The View. On YouTube, everywhere else, Twitter, everywhere.
They've done a 180 as their ratings circle the bowl. And we've got the sound bites to show you exactly what we're talking about. Joining me now to discuss it, Glenn Greenwald, host of Rumble's System Update. Glenn, welcome back. Great to see you.
Great to see you, Megan.
Okay, this is so juicy. I'm so thrilled you're here for this. You deserve this, Glenn. You deserve this after your chest infection and the whole thing. Glenn, out.
Let's go ahead and get right to the meat and potatoes. Shout out to Glenn Greenwald, by the way, who is a true American patriot. Excuse me. That I can't stress enough. Like, this guy has broken so many stories about how we are surveilled by our government. It's like people don't care about this stuff anymore. And then we have foreign nations like Israel who surveil us too. So it's just absolutely insane. But Glenn Greenwald is one who breaks down the truth. And I have to, I have a ridiculous amount of respect for him. I really do. I do. As a professional, I do. Hands down. All right, let me get back into it.
When is the time to sound the alarm? When is the time to start saying, well, does this look like Germany in 1932?
His obsession with Hitler that has now come out.
This is not a reach. I could go back and talk about Nazi Germany, and I do it without any concerns whatsoever.
Who they are running against. A dark, dismal, fascist, and increasingly obviously fascist person. He's getting through the moment as an aging bullshit artist. Yeah. There's always a tinge of racism in everything he says. If you can't believe it and this is your choice, you're lying to yourself and you're going to ruin this country. Right. Hateful, racist, bigoted, tired, aging.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I remember when this white liberal, I think she was a Jewish woman, more than likely she was, who said to me the same things. Oh, he's racist. And I was like, because she was like, oh, look what this headline from MSNBC that said that Trump said that black people were going to go back in chains or become slaves again if they didn't know their history. And she was like, look at how violent racist he is. And I was like, I listened to that press conference. He did not say that. And I don't think it's right that MSNBC is using, black struggles. Like, as at the time I used to kind of talk like that. Like, racism and slavery just to sell a story about Trump. She blocked me on Facebook. She was like, no, Blackie, I know more than you do for you. How dare you come here with some truth? I am blocking you. I'm done with you because I have to save you. Okay? This is how insane these crazy people get.
Branding, I wouldn't say genius, branding obsessed narcissist.
He will imprison, he will execute whoever he's allowed to imprison, execute.
They're knowingly voting for a fascist. They're voting for a racist.
Did a graphic scene, like he was having oral sex.
Oh my God!
With the microphone.
Yo.
That was before Trump won. This morning, it's the dawn of a new day. Glenn, let's watch.
Joe and I went to Mar-a-Lago to meet personally with President-elect Trump. It was the first time we have seen him in 7 years. What we did agree on was to restart communications. In this meeting, President Trump was cheerful. He was upbeat. He seemed interested in finding common ground with Democrats on some of the most divisive issues. And for those asking why we would go speak to the president-elect during such fraught times, especially between us, I guess I would ask back, why wouldn't we? Joe and I realize it's time to do something different. And that starts with not only talking about Donald Trump, but also talking with him.
I will tell you, a lot of Democratic leaders we've talked to this past week, since the election, have told Mika and me it's time for a new approach. And
hyperbole and personal attacks will not work. My hair on fire doesn't work. We've all seen that. What also does not work is threatening political opponents with arrest, harassment, and even jail. That is a failed path.
Okay, girl, bye. Like, nobody's even paying attention to, this whole, like, now you're going to get tough on Trump thing. We know you groveled because your job is on the line.
We're here to report on him.
I searched for a way to respond appropriately, and I called on my 10 years as a litigator in addition to my now 20 as a journalist, and I think I found the perfect phrase, go fuck yourselves. Go fuck yourselves, you dishonest jokes of faux journalists. What an absurd farce that was, Glenn. Which one was insincere? He's Hitler, or now we're going to speak truth to power and find a way of speaking to and working with Donald Trump? Which one was a lie?
Megyn, I've thought about this. This is not hyperbole. I've given actual thought to this. I've done rankings. Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski are the most humiliated and pathetic people in all of corporate media. And I realize there's a lot of serious contenders for that crown. So if other people have someone they want to slot number one, I wouldn't necessarily say it's unreasonable. But the thing about them is, unlike other people in the media who have been completely unhinged about Trump being Hitler, Trump being in bed with Putin, the Steele dot, all of that, those people actually believe it. Like, they're that insane. Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski don't believe in anything other than their own career and their own ratings. Remember, Joe Scarborough was elected in the mid-1990s as part of that Newt Gingrich counter-revolution that was supposed to be this far-right contract with America. Then he gets on MSNBC. He continues doing that until MSNBC demanded full-on anti-Trump hysteria. But in the 2015 and 2016 election, you were the one to point this out actually very well. Nobody did more to promote Donald Trump in the Republican primary than those two. They would allow him to call into their show and did it constantly. No other candidate. Why? Because it was the only thing that got ratings. He saved all of their jobs. Then once he got elected, calling him Hitler, calling him all of this, that became the way you get ratings, and then doing that through the campaign. But now that Hitler has returned to power, the first thing they do is tuck their tails and fly to Mar-a-Lago and not even interview him, meet with him privately.
Privately. That's the thing. All of that, right? Like, that's the thing. And so this is why it is a little like, it is infuriating, because the thing is that for money, they spent all these years making sure that the country was divided. Now, I did not watch this show. Thank God, right? Though I don't think I could have lasted watching, because it just gets to be a lot, right? But you can have people who will listen to that kind of rhetoric every morning. So they got a bunch of people hating a guy that you now are hanging out with and having dinner with. And you're talking about you're tearful. They literally had to go back and, yes, kiss the ring, because that is your meal ticket, Trump. And you better get with the program. Now, the problem is for them, unfortunately for them, and I have to hurry up and read this, because here come the, my God, like, the page gets, it's so annoying. Oh my God, y'all. Like, it's so annoying. Trump breaks silence on Morning Joe's secret. Trump breaks silence. So see, Morning Joe, secret Mar-a-Lago trip as viewers call for a boycott of the show. You hear that? At one point, Scarborough said Trump was acting full on Hitler. Like, please stop it. But the president-elect told Fox News that he took the meeting because in order to make America great again, it is very important, if not vital, to have a free and fair open press and media. Yeah. He's always been like that. And nobody can even, no matter how you feel about him, y'all all remember the clips of him having to go off on these reporters that were constantly trying to fight him. I mean, it was like a battle. And I remember Kayleigh McEnany, she was like, sometimes we tell him just don't even come out. And he still was like, nope, I'm coming out. They're not going to keep me inside. I have something to say. That I will say, like, that stuff I did. I love watching that. Even when I wasn't a Trumper, right? Many things were discussed. Okay, so yeah, we know. But despite striking up a warm relationship, okay, I just want to get to the part where, like, I don't need to know the backstory and everything, but it is insane. And that's why people would be calling for boycotts, because if you think about it, this thing is so insane. Literally, everybody's talking about it. They are writing the timeline on the relationship that these people had with Trump, right? So somebody said on X, I don't think you do a sit down. You need to do a sit down for 90 minutes, Mar-a-Lago, and kiss the ring to be able to speak the truth and able to cover a story. There's The View. Sunny Hostin, of course, who said this. Normalizing Trump is a bad idea. MSNBC host Katie Fang said on X. I hate to break it to you, Joe and Mika, you compromise it all when you compromise yourself like this. Shameful stuff. You two wrote Ben, whatever, Masalis. They don't care. I mean, like, they don't care, but because they have to get paid. I was just trying to see who actually is asking for boycotts. They get on my nerves when they do this with this daggone clickbait, like I probably did to y'all to get in here. But anyway, the point is that now they've helped usher in the fascists. They go kiss the ring. It's disgusting. I mean, a lot of people, this is Liz Cheney, never Trumpers, are saying this. I mean, look, a lot of people are not happy about this, but it is what it is, They had to do what they had to do. These people are not trying to lose their jobs. Butter $7. He just figured it out. Look at his smug face. He never believed in all this stuff. That's why the other day he was like, woke is dead. Like, why did we even do all this woke stuff, this, that, and the third? So he had to do what he had to do. I'm just here for the content. Like, I think it's funny. Like, this is crazy to watch these people eat their words like this, but we will cover it. I'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.